are you going to be obedient to? Who are you going to bow down to? Is it going to be God or Satan? Because one day we will all confess who the real Lord is. Hello everyone, this is 17 of the 30-day countdown. This is Beginners and Winners, and my name's Preston. I know there's been a couple of times where I haven't introduced myself, but I've tried to put that little on the bottom. But in this video, I want to talk about obedience and just a generalization of obedience. We all know that we should obey our parents, but where do we get that? That's scriptural. That's in the Word. It's biblical, and it's just a framework for the family. Like, children, obey your parents. Have respect for elders. And this, I want to speak on 1 Peter 1, starting with verse 13. Wherefore, gird up the loins of your mind. Be sober, and hope to the end for the grace that is to be brought unto you at the revelation of Jesus Christ. As obedient children, not fashioning yourselves according to the former lusts in your ignorance, but as he which hath called you is holy, so be ye holy in all manner of conversation, because it is written, Be ye holy, for I am holy. This particular one was our devotional today, and whenever I read the first part and it's talking about gird up the loins of your mind, be sober, and hope to the end for the grace that is to be brought unto you at the revelation of Jesus Christ. Knowing Jesus, knowing and having that hope, and having your mind being sober and being mindful of the things, and realizing that at one point you were ignorant in your flesh. You were ignorant in the lusts. And it says, according to the former lusts in your ignorance, to not fashion yourself, to be as obedient children to God. That it's not just about being obedient so we can be blessed, or so we can do the things that God's called us to do and we be obedient. The thing about it is no matter what it is, even if it's something good that we love and God tells us to give it up, we need to be obedient to that. We need to give up those things. God gives and God takes. Once you wrap your mind around the fact that everything you have is because of God, and this is speaking to my own self, there's been plenty of times, yesterday, plenty of times, today I have. There's been times where I haven't been obedient. There's been times that many of us, all of us, have been disobedient. And it's not me trying to make these videos to condemn you or convict you or do any of that. If it does, then that just shows you things that you need to work on. It's the Holy Spirit working, because I'm telling you things that are in the Bible and then giving, I guess, my input on it, or my way of thinking, or how I perceive it, and trying to comprehend it with you, and trying to show you or explain it in a simpler way to where everybody can understand it. That the words that are in this Bible are not mine. They're God's. I'm just a messenger. I'm just someone who is spreading the gospel, just like everybody else. And people talk about, oh, you're being judgmental, judge not lest ye be judged. And that's all fine and correct, but it also says that we need to judge righteously. Judge in the church. Don't you know that you will be judging angels? Like, there will come a time when you may look at the face of God and completely in shock at all the times that that you thought that that person or that person was being judgmental, all they were doing was trying to help. But you didn't see it that way. You seen it as you're being judgmental. You're a hypocrite because you do those things, and now you're telling me I can't do them. Well, if that person stopped doing those things and realized that they were wrong, wouldn't they want to tell somebody that they were wrong? Wouldn't they want to relay the messages that they get out of the Word? There comes a time where you have to figure out for your own self whether you're going to be obedient to God or obedient to Satan. And if you're not being obedient to God, who are you being obedient to? There's no, I'm doing this for me. You aren't anybody. We are nothing without God. God created Satan. God created this whole world. God created your mother and your father, and generations upon generations, all the way to Adam and Eve. You wouldn't have the choices you have if it wasn't for God. You wouldn't have the capabilities of love and all these great qualities in our life, the light of the world. You wouldn't have these things that you live for, that you love to do, if it wasn't for God. We owe everything to God. And the thing about it is we can be obedient to God and sow seeds, water seeds and reap seeds for the glory and the kingdom. Or we can do the total opposite. There's no in between. So who are you going to be obedient to? Who are you going to bow down to? Is it going to be God or Satan? Because one day we will all confess who the real Lord is, and it'll be Jesus. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, and kind of go over the other videos because I'm going to leave a playlist at the end. I really appreciate all of you that's watched each and every video and subscribed. Here's my social links that you can message me on, probably on Instagram, and the playlist video, as well as a prayer request playlist. You can go back and watch those videos if you haven't and just catch up. Thank you for watching, and God bless.